In this video I'm comparing the Nextbase 622GW and the brand new Nextbase IQ to work out which one is best and which one might be the one for you. Both the 622GW and the IQ are top of the range dashcams from Nextbase and will do a fantastic job on your windscreen, but both offer very different approaches to how they record your journeys, so there's lots to decide on when it comes to choosing which suits your needs best. I've already made much more in-depth individual videos on both these dashcams, so be sure to check them out on my channel. I received both of these dashcams from Nextbase to make those videos, though they haven't asked me to make this one, and all the thoughts are from my own experiences. If you do want to get one for yourself, check out the affiliate links in the description below, which help make these videos possible. So let's get stuck into the video, and we'll start with build quality and design. The 622GW is definitely a more traditional looking dashcam. It's got the protruding lens on the right with the mounting point on the left. On the reverse there's a 3-inch high-res touchscreen from which you can adjust all the settings. The IQ, however, has taken a hugely different approach. It's got a large speaker antenna unit which is attached to the camera section of the dashcam via a hinge, and it's quite a bit bulkier than the 622, both in size and weight. There's no touchscreen here, so all the settings need to be changed through an app which I'll go into later, though there is a small screen which shows modes and symbols. Whilst the design of the 622 is sleek and compact, with a brushed metal look to its plastic case, the IQ really takes it a step further with its matte and gloss plastic housing looking very refined and smart. A dashcam is defined by its features, and these two are incredibly versatile. The 622 has a 140-degree lens with an aperture of f1.3 and the useful addition of a polarising filter in front of it to reduce windscreen glare. It films at a maximum of 4K at 30 frames per second, but can also film at lower resolutions with 60 frames per second should you want it. There's also a super slow-mo setting for 1080p footage at 120 frames per second, as well as image stabilisation built in for smoother footage. The IQ has two lenses built in. The protruding one faces the road and also has a 140-degree filming angle, whilst the interior cabin-facing camera has a whopping 180-degree field of view and also benefits from infrared sensors for night driving. As an optional extra, you can get a wired rear camera for the IQ which enjoys 2K resolution and a 140-degree field of view. For filming resolutions, there are actually three models of the IQ, a 4K, 2K and 1K version. I have the 2K here, and both the front and cabin-facing cameras will record in 2K. But that's not to say the 622 is only limited to one lens. On the side is a port to attach either a plug-in 140-degree cabin view camera, a plug-in 30-degree telephoto lens to film out of the back window, or a wired rear-facing 140-degree lens to stick to the rear window, which is magnetic and highly adjustable. All three of these additional lenses film at 1080 resolution when used with the 622, though that resolution drops a bit if used with some of the lower models with which they're also compatible. The downside of the 622's lens system is that you can only use one of these extra cameras in conjunction with the main lens at any time, whereas the IQ, when paired with the rear camera, has three lenses filming all the time, so more of your vehicle is covered. To power the dashcams, the 622 comes with a cigarette lighter to USB cable as standard, but can be hardwired or used with an OBD2 port adapter to keep your 12-volt port free. The IQ comes with an OBD2 port cable as standard, as it requires power all the time, however it can also be hardwired into the vehicle's battery. To get your dashcam fixed in place, both utilise 3M sticky pads as standard on the front and rear cameras. The mount is magnetic and holds in place very firmly. I experienced the pad failing on the 622 camera after a few months, so bought the suction cup mount for an additional few pounds and it hasn't moved since. The IQ has a much larger surface area, so the sticky pad fix is much better, and I really struggled to remove it from the window when I needed to do some filming with the dashcam. To store your footage, the 622 takes a microSD card which can be brought separately, and large capacity ones such as the 256GB work fine. The IQ benefits from cloud storage, though it also has a microSD card slot and comes with a 64GB card in the box. So far the cameras have proven pretty easily matched, but the 622 might struggle against the IQ's powerful tech in this round. It isn't lacking though by any means. In the 622 you've got GPS, What3 Words and Alexa voice control, as well as automatic protection of clips detected by the G sensor at impact. There's also a built-in battery which powers an intelligent parking mode. The battery is only small and doesn't last too long, around 15 or 20 minutes, so using the OBD cable or hardwiring power methods would ensure the dashcam always has a bit of charge to capture an incident when the engine's not on. Other features include enhanced night vision for clearer nighttime recording, and an extreme weather mode to identify extra detail in low visibility conditions. The dashcam connects to the My Nextbase app, though it has proved tricky to connect the dashcam to the app. The purpose of the app is for you to view, manage and upload videos, set up Alexa and emergency SOS features. That's a pretty good package of features, but whilst very useful, many of these have been around for a while. The whole purpose of the iQOO, however, was to take the best tech available today and put it in any vehicle, not just the brand new expensive ones. As such, the iQOO sees not only GPS, emergency SOS, What 3 words and voice control functionality, but adds to it some really impressive features such as Smart Sense parking, where you can set up a monitoring perimeter around your vehicle, Witness mode, which records continuously and emails a link of the live stream to a designated contact, and Remote Alarm, which you can activate when away from the vehicle to deter a break-in. Thanks to its built-in 4G capability, your footage is always uploading to the cloud and can also provide live view of what all 3 lenses on your dashcam are seeing at any given time. For this, you'll need to download the Nextbase PIQO app. From the dashboard, you can view your footage as well as live speed and vehicle location, as well as make a bunch of other adjustments to the iQOO further into the app. The app will send a number of notifications to your phone, detailing everything from motion near the vehicle to suspected impacts. There are 2 very exciting further features which set the iQOO apart from competitors. Guardian mode was released in the iQOO May 2024 firmware update and is a way of setting speed limits and location boundaries when your vehicle is being driven by someone else. You'll get notifications if your parameters are exceeded. Roadwatch AI is yet to be released, but will display the speed and distances of other vehicles whilst identifying hazards around you. So it's all very well having this amazing tech crammed in, but if the dashcams don't film good quality footage which identifies cars, people, hazards and incidents with reliability and consistency, then I shouldn't be making this video at all. My experience with both these dashcams, however, is that both shoot great footage. When they're both set to 2K, it's quite difficult to tell them apart, with the iQOO perhaps being slightly better. However, as I'm able to set the 622 to 4K, the additional resolution will always provide clearer footage. So here's some footage of the 622 front camera, the wired rear camera, the cabin camera, and the iQOO front camera, the cabin camera, and the rear view camera. Another consideration is how well both of these devices will hold up in the future. After all, if you spent a lot of money on a dashcam, you don't want it to become obsolete in the next few years. For the 622, it has a tried and tested concept used similarly across the dashcam world. It's unlikely that Nextbase will be withdrawing this technology anytime soon, though I haven't heard any suggestions of a 722 GW on the cards. And that's because it appears that Nextbase is backing its new concept in the form of the iQOO, and it'll be exciting to see where this develops in the future, and whatever tech could be added to their dashcams, though we do still need to see Roadwatch AI released. Another consideration when choosing a dashcam is that there could be some issues either with the build or software. One thing to be aware of with the 622 GW is that for all its stability and its software and hardware, due to its built-in battery, it's only rated for use between -20 degrees and 40 degrees C, or -4 to 113 degrees F. So this could be something to bear in mind for hotter and colder countries. I live in England and I've left a dashcam in my windscreen all year round and haven't had any issues at all. For the iQOO, there were a number of software glitches and features not working. However, there have been a number of firmware updates, and my experience has been that dashcam is working much better, and hopefully things will only continue to improve with future updates. The final factor to compare between the 622 and the iQOO dashcams is the price. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, both are high-end dashcams and so are in the more expensive range that Nextbase or another provider would sell at. The 622 GW retails at £269, and once you've paid for it and any extra gear such as the rear view camera, there's nothing more to pay. Speaking of extras, the rear window, the telephoto rear view and cabin view cameras are all £69 each. The iQOO, however, is not only more expensive but also requires a monthly or annual subscription for the best features, though there is also a free plan. This new model is likely due to the inclusion of the 4G connectivity. The 1K version of the iQOO retails at £349, the 2K version at £399 and the 4K at £449, with the rear view camera at £149. Of the 2 paid subscriptions, the Protect plan will cost you £6.99 a month or £69.99 annually, whilst the Protect Plus plan will set you back £9.99 a month or £99.99 annually. Though if you're after something a little less expensive, then Nextbase have a number of other dashcams in their range, as do other brands, which will meet any price point. Before I cast my final opinion on these dashcams, don't forget I've got really in-depth videos on both of them, so be sure to check them out on my channel if you want to get into the finer details. You can also find affiliate links to purchase either of them in the description below, which help support this channel and make videos like this possible. So my final thoughts are that the 622GW is a fantastic plug and play option which benefits from the highest quality footage at 4K, and I really had no problems using it. During my testing it's been reliable, and it's nice to be able to make changes to the settings through the menu on the touchscreen. That said, the iQOO is crammed with exciting tech that takes car security to the next level. You do pay more for higher resolution versions and subscriptions for the features though, and it'll be nice to see the unreleased features launch so it can be used to its full potential. But this advanced tech gives the iQOO an edge that the 622 or other dashcams just don't have. So what do you think? Which would you buy? Or is there another dashcam I should review? Let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video and think I've earned it, please hit the subscribe button. It means a huge amount and I really appreciate the support. Thanks for watching.